Let's try this again. Day 1 point, I don't even know what it would be at this point. Day 1.75. Came yesterday, or I guess at some point last week I tried to come through and film something. Too windy, didn't have a mic, didn't work. So now we're back here. Came back yesterday. Didn't record like fucking 40 minutes of what I did. So day 1.75. The main goal I want to focus on today. So I was watching back what I did record yesterday, and I have a really bad habit of kind of like flipping through impact. And I need to get rid of that shit, but it's fucking so hard for me. So I think I get it back in a decent spot, but then, and I can get to like here, but then I just can't turn. I don't know what I'm doing. Watched some more reels though, got some coaching in, and now we're back. I don't really have a structure to my practice, and I need to kind of try and improve that a little bit. Like, that's just no good. It's like normally I would probably just like fucking grab a 7-iron, start ripping shots, or I wouldn't spend that much time on wedges. So I'm starting with a pitching wedge today. And my goal is kind of to spend most of my time hitting clubs that I'd be hitting from like 165 and in. So for me, that'd probably be like my 8-iron and down. Because if I could do that, I think that's where I'm fucking up the most in my practice. I'm like spending too much time on trying to hit long clubs. Oh, fuck off. So there's two things. There's this elbow, and like I'm not like turning through the ball. I'm more like flipping at it and then kind of like lifting up, getting on my toes a little bit. Like if you watch my front left foot, you will see that at impact, I kind of get on my toes or like roll from toes to heel to impact, and that needs to not be like that probably. So I'm gonna try and work on that, and then I think that is a result of me not turning. Like I need to get my weight over here and then just turn low and up with the handle through the ball and try and hold that angle. Okay, I tried to do something different there and it did not work at all. That's the other thing. I will, like I just did, hit 3 fucking balls thin, and I'll be like, now is the time to make a giant change in my swing. Rather than try and fucking make little changes, I jump straight to like, it's time to overhaul. And so as a result, my game has not been very consistent lately. Like that's just not good. It's just not good. There's nothing else to say about it. It's just not good. I mean, I can like hit the ball decent, but it's like the ugliest fucking swing in the world. If I just hit one normal. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I can't hit one decent. I've been playing golf for about 4 years, and I don't have like an actual index handicap, but I do keep one on like a free app, and so I think I'm playing off of like a 12 right now, and so that's a pretty inconsistent 12 though. Like, that needs to improve soon. And I just finished up college, and now I'm back here, back at home. And so, like, I want to really try and spend most of my time golfing and dialing in my game for once, because I can actually play consistently now that I'm back down where golf is a little bit cheaper than where I was. So I'm like, what better time to dial in my game now that I'm back home, not living with, 11 people doing nothing all day. Also, I've been watching this guy. You guys might know him. God, that's so fucking bad. His name's Sam Solik. Started watching him. He's a fitness YouTuber, not exactly in the same space I'm trying to go and do, but I love watching him. He's really entertaining. And he's motivating people for the gym, but kind of also motivating people just for anything really in life. So for me, it was golf right now. Him getting on his shit and seeing all these results from just going every day, or going to the gym every day and doing all that stuff. It's got me kind of motivated to try and make some of those same changes and apply hopefully a little bit of that discipline he has towards golf. And beyond just Sam Solik's work ethic and how I want to bring it into golf, I also love his style of videos. I love the long form, limited editing content. It's really entertaining. I find myself sitting there and watching a 40-minute long video from him, and I'll sit through the whole thing just because I like him that much and I relate to him. So I kind of want to adapt that style of content as well here. That's what I'm trying to do. And then another aspect that I might want to bring to the content is Cody Trains. Obviously everyone knows him by Cody Co, but Cody Trains account. I love his style of vlogging. I love the way he incorporates, different aspects of his days into the video, not just him training. And so I might try and try and bring some of that stuff in to mine. I know my favorite golf YouTubers, Bob Does Sports, they're starting to do that with a couple of their videos, which is sick. I've been a big fan of that change, because it's really cool to see them like just hanging out, being themselves in an environment other than the course. And I've really enjoyed watching their videos where they've been doing that. I'm gonna start recording myself golfing. Why shouldn't I? I'm already gonna be out here. I might as well fucking record it and try and do something that I love full time. So I'm just gonna give it a go, man. I kind of had this idea with that, and then also my friends and I had like a classic 4-hour YouTube session. Started cracking some beers. We were just chilling. It started out with good stuff, car crashes, people getting hurt, family videos, and it rapidly transitioned into the ever-expanding universe and how many black holes are formed every time you blink. And our minds were being blown. And so that got us thinking at the end of the day. We started all asking ourselves the same question of like, why do we care what people think? We're such like a small piece of this huge fucking universe going on. Why do we care so much about what other people think? And if we only have one life, why are we going to let what people think limit what we do? Finally, that was a pretty good one. Still a little pulled. As a fellow overthinker and someone who cares a lot about what people think of them historically, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to record myself golfing and stand out here on the range and look like an idiot with a mic and a fucking tripod talking to myself. But I was like, I've always been like, oh no, you'll look stupid. You look like an idiot. And I do look like an idiot, but why do I care? Why should I let that feeling of me looking stupid keep me from trying. I mean, even unsuccessfully, I don't care. You know, at least I could say I tried. Doing something that I really want to do. And maybe lead into something that I could do full time and have a positive impact on people's lives. So that's why we're here. Now, as far as this range session goes, it's off to a rough start. Haven't moved past the pitching wedge yet. Haven't hit that many balls. But I've been talking a lot about, you know, why I want to do the channel, why I'm out here, why I'm all of a sudden wanting to record all this. Now let's get into the semantics. I don't even know if I use that fucking word right. Yeah, I need to start focusing up. I need to dial in. Horse blinders on. It's all golf from here. It's on that line, but it was thin as fuck. That's good. We're moving in the right direction. I can fix thin. Holy fuck. I really wanted to hit that ball. Another thing, one fucking fell out of it. That's never a good sign, unless you're Tiger, but I might be the furthest thing from Tiger Woods. Looks-wise, not golf-wise. I'm pretty close golf-wise. Could feel it. I'm on the edge of a breakthrough. Okay. Clearly the pitching wedge wants nothing to do with me today. It wants me to put it away. So we're gonna give it what it wants. And we're gonna go to my 56 degree. Typically like this club. She's done me good. I've had her for a while. And sadly, I don't even know if I want to say this. Sadly, I'm thinking about getting new wedges. As you can tell, I deserve it. You know, where my golf game's at. I mean, these swings, the contact I'm having with the ball, it's begging for new clubs. And I think it's gonna be the cure. That was pretty nice. Straight, about the distance I want to see with these fucking dead-ass range balls. Contact, not great. Little toe side, but we can fix that. Okay. Also toey. Maybe I can't fix that. I like to think I can. But those were hit out at the same spot though. I just need to I'm trying to feel like I'm skipping a stone and I need to pull and I'm trying to skip it left. Like release right, pull my hand left. Because it seems like the only way I can fucking try and open my hips is by thinking about moving this handle here. I'm thinking about way too many things. I mean, this is the mind of the average golfer that watches reels right here. Fucking million things on your mind. I'm referencing. I got a catalog, fucking Rolodex in my head of reels, and I'm just thinking about all these different fucking tips. It's probably the worst thing you could do for your golf game. But deep down, I'm convinced I can make it work and turn it into a cohesive golf swing. I've never taken a lesson. Probably should. But my head's as thick as a rock and I am stubborn and don't want to do it. I have a bad habit of, even in work, wanting to figure shit out myself rather than asking for help. toe. If you keep seeing me look left, it's because I'm on the far end of the range. By the way, the shittiest range on planet Earth. I'm on the far end of the range, trying to avoid being near people, and it's for both my sake and their sake. I don't want to talk their ear off while I'm sitting on the range, and I also still nervous about this thing, so I'm not gonna. I'd rather be distanced. Yeah, I need new wedges, dude. This thing's cursed. I mean, I'm just putting the ugliest fucking wear marks on these things. Holy shit. And I can't stop. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving towards the middle. Fuck, it's moving back. Let's talk about my strengths and weaknesses on the course. Weakness, consistency. I'd say there's probably four, for simplicity's sake, we'll call it four aspects to like a golf game. It's like off the tee, like long clubs, getting myself in the fairway. Then we'll call it long irons and like my hybrid and 3-wood off the deck. Then we'll call it approach shots with my shorter irons and like my wedges and like pitching, like the pitching with wedges. And then I'll call it short game, which is like chipping up close. I'll call that like under 100 yards, and we'll call my short game. So I can usually get 2 of those working in unison at a time. Lately, it has been my driver and my short game. So that's changed though. We're going to see today, obviously, short game is falling apart. I mean, I'm trying to hit a nice, simple, like, I have my 56, but I'm playing it off my back foot and trying to just hit a low 56 to like 100 yards. And I can't even hit that on like the same line every time, which it should be automatic. So, but those 2 were the ones that were intact. I want to be able to do all 4 of those at once. I don't know if that'll ever be possible for me, but I'll be damned if I don't try. I'd say one of my main strengths is probably, and always has been, my short-sighted game. When I'm short-sighted, I don't know what it is, but I can kick it into a different gear. I mean, I have an easier time getting the ball close when I'm short-sighted versus when I have a fucking easy uphill chip towards the hole. I'll leave that one short all day and not even get it close. But fuck, I can get up and down from being short-sighted. So need to fix that, and soon, because those should be the easy shots. Those should be the guaranteed up and downs, if not attempts at chipping in. I could read some putts, you know. I read at my reading level, like my golf level. I got some skills. Biggest struggle lately now is driver and the long clubs. Like, fucking A, I can't hit any of those right now. If I were to, I mean, if I were to rank myself right now on where I stand compared to Bob does sports, let's say. Like, let's put myself on their skill levels. I think I could beat, I'm sorry, Bob. I think I could beat Bobby. I think I could throw it together. It may be different when I actually get down to it, just because, I mean, the intimidation factor is probably going to be off the charts if I ever meet him. let alone play around with them. Cold cuts, I think. I mean, I've never seen. Again, I've only seen Bobby play solo. I've never seen cold cuts play solo. Because I remember in the early days of Bob Does Sports, he had a little like improving series that I watched. I liked it. I don't know why he got rid of it. I thought it was entertaining, but you know, it's more than one family to feed now. You got cold cuts, you got FP, so I get it. I think I don't know if I could take on cold cuts. I feel like he's probably got me in the length department swinging, and then Fat Perez just not in this lifetime. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen in this lifetime, I don't think. But like I said, I think there's a breakthrough coming, and if a breakthrough comes, I think I got a chance. And there's no breakthrough. That was a 7-iron that just went about as far as I can normally hit my pitching wedge. It's good though. You know, this bag runs deep. I got lots of shots. You know, 7-iron pitching wedges, no problem. Dogleg right, I hit plenty of slices. Dogleg left, I can hook the ball. I got a deep bag, lots of tricks up my sleeve, but having a lot of problems pulling them out at the right times, or actually having any control over when to pull them out. If I were to go out and play a round today, my handicap would go up by like 5 strokes. Touchback, yeah, I meant to do that. Fuck. God, I look stupid. It's a bad look. It's a bad day at the range, man. Yesterday was much better. I mean, I don't know if you'll believe me or take my word for it, but yesterday was much better. Too bad I didn't plug the receiver of my mic in, and all of the audio just sounds like fucking wind. As the reels I would watch say, let that lag build. I'm trying to get real laggy. There's no if, buts, or and about it. That's just going right. And fucking just... I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I feel like FP in that one video he did where he fucking gets down here and he's like, you just want to get real shallow with it. I feel like I'm doing that, but like unintentionally and actually thinking it's gonna work. Something else I wanted to talk about. I'm curious. I'm gonna say if anyone else has heard this, but fucking there's no one listening right now. So, if men's minds only have 2 tracks, two thoughts that can be on their mind at one time. I don't know why it is that I read that somewhere and it feels super accurate. Like I'll be thinking about 2 things and then if something else comes in, like the other thing's gotta go. Like I've been wondering, like I get out on the course and I start thinking about the shot more than I think about necessarily my swing. And I'm wondering if that's because 2 more things like that I'm thinking about the course are starting to replace the swing thoughts, and that's why when I'm on the course I feel like generally I like my swing more. It feels more natural, feels more fluid versus when I'm on the range. Obviously I'm thinking about my target a little bit, but there's not as much going into it. I'm not really thinking about wind as much. I'm not thinking about, okay, this green slopes left or right here, so I should probably aim left, and then there's a fucking lake in front of me, and I'm like, holy shit, there's water here. So I'm wondering how that plays into it, as far as if golf just becomes more like my body takes over while I'm on the course, because I'm thinking more about course management stuff than swing thoughts. I don't know, food for thought, but I'm wondering if that's why my mind or swing feels like more of a mess when I'm out here versus when I'm playing. That's one possible solution. The other possible answer is that I'm just fucking dumb. So That felt like the best swing today. I should chip after this because, I mean, I haven't chipped or practiced. I don't know. I'll show you guys this chipping green. We'll probably look at it and then, I don't know, I'll show you. I feel like it might make you worse. Like, this is my home course, you know, and I'm not afraid to say it, but I'm not proud to say it. Fuck, I started thinking about other shit. Yeah, I'm not proud to say it by any means. This place is kind of a dog track. I mean, I can't call it a dog track. It's no the Links at Victoria. You know, hopefully some of you guys get that, but it's not the nicest place in the world. I'm working at Sherwood Country Club right now, and fuck, man, to be able to golf there every day, that's a fucking dream. That place is awesome. Range is beautiful. It's off grass. This place is off fucking mats. Like, it's just not ideal. Not ideal. But beggars can't be choosers. And I gotta make the most of what I got. Ooh. A little overdrawn. But not too shabby. This is my favorite club in the bag. Love the 7-iron. And I'll take you guys through my clubs at some point. I love them. You know what I mean? I'm a nut for golf tech and thinking about, not the company. I don't give a shit about the company, but, or maybe I shouldn't say that. Future sponsor. I mean, like, just talking golf clubs in general. Anything golf related, I could just talk about for hours. But I'd love. I mean, from what I've played, I've only had 2 sets of clubs, and I've played the same thing both times because I didn't want to risk changing anything up, and I've never been fitted. Another thing I want to do, but I ideally want to get my swing consistent before I do that and spend the money. I've always played Titleist irons for 2 sets. I played some DCI golds, some old school fucking DCI golds, and then now I'm playing some 718 AP2s, which I love. Wedges have always been whatever I could get my hands on. I got one of each. I got a Mac Daddy 4, I got a Milled Grind 1, and I've got an SM6. So, if I could get my hands on 3-wood, I've always loved woods and hybrids I've always played them in TaylorMade. So I have an M4 3-wood, Sim, regular, driver, and then I actually play a Maverick 3 hybrid. I like the hybrid in the bag because I like hitting it higher. It's easier to hit out of the rough. It's like a nice escape club. Fills a lot of roles for me. I also do love. I love a driving ring. I've hit my friends before, and I'm a big fan of them, but it's just not as useful for me in my game. I'm in the rough a lot. The thing I need to get in the habit of is getting my grip in the air rather than putting the club on the ground, so I can get the shaft in my fingertips. Pause. Oh yeah. So just really think about that sequencing, and it's just gonna produce a great fucking ball flight every time. That's the recipe right there. I'm telling you, I got all the answers. Dogleg right there. If I was playing a dogleg right par 3 for some reason, and instead of aiming at the flag, tried to Matt Bouchard it. I don't know his full name, but the guy that slings it seems like a good dude. Do that shit. I want to regrip on my clubs. Fuck off. Yeah, I want to regrip on my clubs because, you know, I've earned it. I need to. Really though, I've had these grips for a couple of years. Still pretty nice, but I like the. I think it's a grip Rory uses. It's like the all black one, with like little specks of white on it. It's Golf Pride. Fuck man, those are nice. I like the way they feel. I've had these 2 different mesh ones, and I I can't tell the difference. And these happen to be aligned grips. This doesn't do anything for me personally. So I think I need to make a change there. That tax return came in and I'm looking at that fucking putter, dude, and it's looking like it needs to be a Scotty Cameron. It looks like it's begging to be a Scotty Cameron. So I'm looking at the Phantom 5.5. That's my shit. Max Homa uses it. That's so pushed. I just didn't get through it. Max Homa uses it. A lot of people use it, obviously. I think JT uses it. It's just a sick fucking putter. So sick. And I mean, if you really think about it, I got my tax refund, so it's kind of like it's free. And like, who am I to turn down a free Scotty Cameron? I got to use a little bit of that girl math. It's free because I just got all this money for free. But we'll see if I actually end up pulling the trigger on that. There's a bunch of shit I want to buy. Or just how many different people play golf, all these different backgrounds. But this is just played all over the world. And everyone loves it. Can be said about a lot of sports, but I think golf especially is one where it's very prominent and people get to travel around the world and play these courses. Okay. I might hit like one hybrid or a couple hybrids. And then show off my fucking insane driver skills. Spanked it out to the right. I'm telling you, man, if there was a fucking tree on the left there and I just faded it around, it would have been so. Got all the answers, man. If I'm hitting it out of the middle of the face, I'm happy. I don't give a shit where it's going. Oh, dog leg left. Big dog's gotta eat. Big dog needs to eat. He's been starving. This dog hasn't eaten in days. Oh my god, and he's gonna continue to starve. Holy shit. It's pushed. Hit pretty well. Top of the fence. No big deal. No big deal. I'm not gonna tell you guys how far the fence is, because you don't even know that. That's on a need to know basis, and you don't need to know. I mean, how hard does it have to be to swing like Rory, man? Can't be that hard. I mean, they're low draws. So, I mean, you guys can't see the back of the range. It's landing on a dirt fucking hill. It's not really going anywhere. But on a fairway, I mean, that's going to roll forever. So, can't be mad. It's not pretty, but but she'll play. Yeah, I thought this shit out of it. The lesson there is never stop when you're happy and hit a good one. Just go for one more and then hit it like shit and get mad again. Words to live by. It's getting dramatically worse. What you know what that means, right? Good or bad, I'm teeing up another one. There's got to be a good one somewhere in here. It's just a numbers game. All right, let's take a second. Let's just pause for a second. Let's come back to that because that is going downhill fast. That's just no bueno. That's what we in the business call no bueno. Let's go for one off the grass here. Why? Because I just don't care. Because I live my life on the edge. Back to basics, as they say. Hitting it off the fucking toe. I mean, that's nice. I mean, that's really nice. Just gotta slow it down. I'm glad I realized this with like 10 balls left, that I just gotta slow it down. I'm glad I realized that with 9 balls left. The answer is not slowing it down. Let's jump back to the beginning of this video, where I talked about how I want to try and add structure to my range sessions. And as you can see, I have quickly fallen back into, I'm just going to start fucking swinging clubs until I figure something out. That's the other thing that's kind of limited my golf game. And then, you know, as the Jet would say, I'm not an excuse guy, but I just want to put it out there, is that I have had some lower back problems with it going out for the last couple of years now, since COVID. Holy fucking. And now every now and then, if I sleep wrong or lift something the wrong way, or when I come out here and fucking motor balls out there, it kind of starts to flare up a little bit. You gotta have a lot of love for golf to keep coming out here every day with a swing like mine. You gotta have a lot of love for the game. This is going nowhere. I'm hitting the same shit shot out there over and over again, and it's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I'm literally going insane out there. I am becoming the textbook definition of insanity. Oh, fuck yeah. And it was fucking great again. I just striped the drive. That's the only thing that matters. But now comes the biggest challenge in my range session. There are 5 balls sitting on this mat. Do I walk away after hitting a good drive? Not a great drive, a good drive. Or do I grab another club and risk ruining my happiness? And I think you already know what the answer is. I didn't come here to be happy. I came here to become great. This session doesn't end until there's no balls left in that fucking tray. Holy fuck, that felt good. Yeah, it's the mats. I'm convinced. You know what today's range session taught me? I just need to hit up grass. If I keep hitting on these mats, it's gonna fuck me up. I'm gonna become stupid. Or dumber than I already am, I guess I should say. Let's go take a look at the chipping green. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Alright, have a little post-range session, little powwow. Went alright. Hit the ball okay. Definitely could have hit it better. I didn't really learn anything. I didn't add any structure to my range sessions, so those are both positive things. Didn't chip, didn't putt, but again, we're not really worried about that stuff. I mean, I am, but let's take one thing at a time, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I mean, you guys saw that chipping green. I mean, I honestly believe you're going to get worse chipping on that. I think practice will hurt you there. The putting green, I definitely could have used some time at the putting green. That's the one area where I'm lacking. But it's like, if I'm thinking about buying a new putter, do I really want to practice with the old one? I don't think so. It sounds like wasted time to me. And time is my most valuable asset. The only asset you can't own. Words of Mark Cuban, right there. So, overall, positive. I'll say this is my second time coming out, well, technically third time, coming out here and recording and actually talking to a camera, and I'll say it's getting easier. It was really fucking weird the first day, and I was stumbling over my words a lot. I still am today. I think I'm a little bit more well-spoken today than I was yesterday. I think what I've decided I'm going to do, and we'll see if this actually happens, I guess you'll know, based on how this video gets uploaded, or the other one. I'm debating if I'm going to do a day one video of yesterday's stuff with, like, maybe me dubbing over it and talking over the parts where I fucked up the audio, where I didn't plug my receiver in, and then having in the clips from earlier. Or I might just kind of throw in some bits of me fucking up and then just call this the first video, because this one went way better. And also, no one even came near me today, except for a couple times, which was nice. You know, it's a little awkward when there's a guy on the mat next to me, and I'm talking to myself, and he's thinking, holy shit, this guy's crazy. So, that was good. I think everything went a lot better today. So, it's an overall positive. I'm showing myself that I can come out here and actually do this. You know, it's not the easiest thing in the world to start doing something new. It's a lot out of your comfort zone, so I'm happy about that. I'd say that's the main thing I've been focusing on this range session and the last one. And I think it might be taking my head a little bit out of the golf. So hopefully, as I get more comfortable around the camera, I start being able to kind of shift one of those 2 tracks I was talking about in my head. Keep one of those on golf rather than constantly thinking about, you know, the video side of things. So all positives. I'm going to sign off these videos with a quote from my favorite professor in college. He served as a little bit of a mentor when he would do these Zoom calls with me, kind of guiding me through different things I had questions about. And he ended off every call with, "Stay up, playa." So that's how I'm going to sign these off. So, stay up, players.